Hey, what's up guys? This is Colby Cheese and you're watching a commentary strategy video of League of Legends on how to play Ezreal. And this first clip I'm actually going to show you how I completely destroy their entire team almost all by myself. Basically just destroying their Twitch right off the bat, going after their Nidalee, and then looks like Sheen's going to try and teleport in to save Mr. Sparta here, and not going to work. I'm just going to keep on attacking him, and he is going to go down. I do have the red buff, which gives me so much extra damage and slows them down. Sheen tries to get away by dashing and then flashing out. I'm actually out of mana at this point, but the yes, teammate gives me a little bit more mana, just enough to flash in and kill him at the very last. So what I want to tell you right now is that Ezreal is probably the strongest hero in the entire game at this point, and he can literally take on an entire team by himself with his massive range and extremely high damage, as well as his survivability with his his flash ability, to where he can get away and do extra damage. Oh, it looks like Mordekaiser got trapped. You are not as tanky as you think, sir, especially with an Ezreal shooting you in the face with a red buff. Alrighty, so that's that first clip. Now let me go ahead and talk to you about Ezreal's abilities real quick. Ezreal's bread and butter of his arsenal is the Mystic Shot. That's his Q ability. Ezreal fires a bolt of energy. If it strikes an enemy unit, it reduces all of Ezreal's cooldowns by 1 second. This ability scales off of your physical damage, and is going to be it's going to be a skill shot, and it has a massive range. It's going to be doing all the damage that you do in the game for the most part. So here's a clip showing how with just 2 Q spells and then a melee attack, I'm actually able to literally take down the Akali all of her damage, or all of her life, sorry. Ezreal's next ability, Essence Flux, is a spell that fires a fluctuating wave of energy, damaging and reducing enemy champions' attack speed, and increases allied champions' attack speed. So this is pretty cool. You want to cast it on your enemies when they're attacking you, or on your allies if you have them in a group. Also, with your passive, it will actually activate each time it hits somebody, so that's kind of cool. Other than that, it's a pretty useless spell. It doesn't do a lot of damage. You don't want to spam it a lot because it does cost a lot of mana, so mainly stick to your Q spell. Ezreal's next ability is Arcane Shift. Now this is great. Ezreal teleports to a target nearby location and then fires a homing arrow which strikes the nearest enemy unit. Okay, the way you want to use this is to either escape, to initiate attacks and do extra damage to your opponents, all those sorts of things. It's one of the best abilities that Ezreal has. It does do a lot of damage even if you don't go AP Ezreal. Obviously it does more if you do, but don't go AP Ezreal because that's pretty stupid. Anyways, what you're going to use it here for is to jump across walls and attack units when they're not expecting it. In this clip, you're going to actually see me be really sneaky and help my teammates get a kill off on Chuck Norris here. Okay, so we teleport over the wall. He doesn't know it. Bam! Starting to shoot him with my crazy Q spell. I do land a Essence Flux just to try and get off a little bit of extra damage. He doesn't actually die right away, but my teammates will mop this up here in just a second. There you go. See me use it again. I teleport right to his face so that I can get an easy Q spell. All of his spells are pretty much skill shots, so you do have to land those. Next up is Ezreal's True Shot Barrage. This is his ultimate. Ezreal channels for 1 second and then fires a powerful barrage of energy missiles which do massive damage to each unit they pass through, and then they deal less damage for each unit that it hits. Okay, so in this clip you're going to see me actually fire from across the map, and I do land it just perfect, but oh crap, she does have her stupid shield on, otherwise that would have been a really awesome clip for you guys. But I just want to show you do have the ability to shoot across the map and try and get kills on people, kind of like Ash's arrow. It's pretty cool. For the most part, though, you just want to use it to initiate and do massive damage during team fights and stuff like that. So that's what you're going to use it for. Here, I try and use it to help out the Fiddlesticks, but he does not turn around and start fighting, so he's not able to finish out the Poppy. It's okay though, because I can come in, clean it up, and same thing for this guy. Unfortunately, he cannot handle me with a red buff as well as my Brutalizer. My damage is just too much. Here, as I'm coming back from the fountain, looks like Pantheon tries to kill Kaiser, who is taking out the turret, so I go ahead and pop my ult and get a free assist on him right there in the middle. And that's another use of your ult, to get a free assist when you're not close enough. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into Masteries, Runes, and Items. So this is how I like to build Ezreal. For Masteries on Ezreal, I do like to go a 15-0-15. I go into the increased damage ability on the offense, and then I'll go for increased run speed, and then neutral buffs as well as mana regen. And for Runes, I'll get damage quintessences, HP per level yellows, mana or cooldown blues and armor pin reds, and that will allow me to do the most amount of damage while also having some survivability and some spam capability at the end of the game as well. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about some starting items on Ezreal. So you want to go ahead and get your Doran's Blade and Health Pot, the first thing you do once on every single game actually. And as soon as you can, you want to go ahead and go back to town, ride around enough money to buy a Brutalizer and your brown boots. This is going to be your starting build basically every single time that you're playing Ezreal. You do want to try and wait until right until you have enough money to go buy that Brutalizer and boots, so do farm hard when you're first starting out. Let's go ahead and go over some early game action. Ezreal is really strong early game. If you see anyone without their creeps, that's pretty much GG for them. You can just flash right into them, do all your spells, and that takes them out. Mordekaiser has to have his creeps. There you go. That's early kill on Mord. Here I'm going to be landing against Twitch in the middle. He's actually a very squishy hero. You don't see him mid very much. The main thing when you're fighting against Twitch is you just want to shoot him as much as he's shooting you. You don't want to let him get off free hits on you. Also, if he's going to get there in shooting range of you, you're probably going to get an easy Q off. Right here, I bait him into the tower, and then I go ahead and do my E and my Q spell instantly with an Ignite, and that destroys him almost instantly. He does get me pretty low, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so he comes back, and once again, I see there's no creep, so I flash behind him for an easy hit. I do miss him with my Q, so I back off just a little bit after hitting him 2 more times. He goes into stealth. He's going to have to pop up here sooner or later. I've still got a good amount of HP. I'm just going to take out a few creeps, and as soon as he pops back up, I'm going to go ahead and take him on for the kill. So there he goes. I'm going to wait for the speed to wear off from his coming on stealth, and then I'm just going to flash right next to him. So I do the damage, Q spell, and then do my ultimate since I'm not wanting to tower dive, and that takes out Twitch for 2 early kills, giving me lots of extra money in the game. In this final early game clip, I'm actually going to be fighting against Mr. Sparta himself. Alright, what is his name? Alright, in this clip here, I'm going to actually be fighting Pantheon, and he's actually pretty tough. This is the first time I ever laned against him, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. He's been scaled down a little bit, so he's not really as powerful. Here we go. I thought I was going to be able to kill him with no problem. However, he does actually get the kill on me as well because of the Ignite. Alright, in this early game clip, I'm going to be facing an Annie, and she's doing a pretty good job of trading hits with me. We are pretty even here. I thought my ult would kill her, but I misjudged how much life she actually had, and looks like Shaco comes in for the kill. Unfortunately for him, he does not have Ignite or the red buff. He's a complete noob. Learn to play. Get on my level, son, as Freak would say. Anyways, so here we go. I'm going to be low HP, and Annie thinks she's got a stun on me. We'll see how that works out for her, though. I'm going to go ahead and try and bait her over to the bush. I have a friend coming up. You can see Katarina on the minimap. She's pinging her, ready to gank her. So I'm going to see if I can bait her over here to the bush. She's going to think she's stronger. There we go. Oh, what the hell? Who's this guy in a loincloth? Damn it. Okay, but she does get the kill, so I guess it's an even trade nonetheless. And there you go. That's your early game with Ezreal. The next time you're forced back to town, you want to look at your money, and depending on how much money you have, it's going to decide what item you get next. Now here I've actually gone ahead and upgraded my boots to the next level since I did not have enough money for my BF sword last time I went to town. Now here I still don't have enough money for my BF sword, and I don't want to just have 1,000 gold sitting around doing nothing. So I go ahead, I'm going to buy another Doran's Blade, and I'm going to go ahead and get my Vampiric Scepter and also get another Doran's Blade. So that's 3 Doran's Blade and a Vampiric Scepter. Most people think it's a dumb build, but think about it. You get a lot of extra HP, a lot of extra life regen or life leech, and you also get the extra damage from the Doran's Blade as well. You'll see that shortly after buying all these items, I'm going to come up into a team fight pretty quick, and I'm pretty sure that they do help me get off a lot of the damage that allows us to actually win the team fight as well. So here we go, trying to kill the Shaco, who does get away. They try and knock me into the wall. I use my E spell to jump over. I'm going to use my ult to do some extra damage to the 3 people that I do hit in the team. I'm going to just keep spamming my Q spell until the time comes for me to chase them down. I do pop my Q, something bugs out, and I shoot the Q the wrong direction. Doesn't matter, but so I am going to be able to do enough damage to finish off this Poppy, though, before she can get away. With a well-placed Q right here, I do one last boop, there it is, and a well-placed Q, she's gone. So there we go, just enough damage from those Doran's Blades, and I'm able to take them all out. With all of the extra life regen from the Doran's Blades as well, the dragon is also not a problem. I keep all of my life. As the game goes on, you're going to want to upgrade into a Bloodthirster, and depending on their team comp, you'll want to either get another Bloodthirster or go ahead and buy a Guardian Angel. This team comp here, they have lots of stuns and CC, so I went ahead and got me a Guardian Angel. That way I can really do a lot of damage in the fights without having to worry about getting wrecked instantly. So here we are, we're going to go into a team fight. I kind of waste my ult, I don't do a lot of damage with it, not a big deal, and just kind of watch how I actually do this. I'm going to flash right in behind and start attacking their squishies. That is your job in the fight. So I take out the Shaco there, and then I'm going to start taking out Pantheon, who's doing some damage. I'm not going to focus the Remus, but I see Annie here by herself, so I'm going to flash right into her face and pew her down to death and miss a Q, but it doesn't matter, I'll go ahead and get the last hit anyway. Hope you guys liked the video so far. Go ahead and check out part 2, where I'll show you more clips of me dominating with Ezreal. If you liked the video, subscribe to my channel and add me on there. Go ahead and push the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in just a second.